And so today's video is for anyone who is experiencing overwhelming feelings in their body. They could be feelings of anxiety, feelings of like your nervous system is stuck in freeze mode. And this, you may be high functioning and you may be able to kind of push through it while underneath your body's in that freeze state, or like it is really stopping you from moving forward in your life. It's causing you a lot of pain and suffering at a number of levels. Or maybe you resonate with the feeling of trauma and traumatic experiences embedded in your body. And as you keep going through life, you get triggered, and those traumatic feelings come up and they keep you stuck in a cycle. They keep you stuck in that bowl where you're trying to get out. And it's just, you keep getting anchored and pulled back to those same old familiar feelings in your body.
The first thing which was coming up into my mind was a training scenario when you were your first time in Austria. And we did some sparring where we were pushing the bodies and things like that. And there, the first time I realized that every time deeper emotional things were coming up, I felt really helpless, and my nervous system went into freeze mode. And I remember you just pushed me through, just with the body, and then all the tears were just flushing out. This was just a realization of, oh, I'm really feeling overwhelming with emotions, and with emotions where I felt they made me feel helpless. This was adding up to many symptoms in my whole body, and also in my daily life, where just life was going always in the same direction and felt like black and white. It's just, I think, a good entry point to go further into this conversation.
Yeah, I remember that moment. It was a brutally beautiful moment.
Yes.
And it's, in the work that we do, working with the body, we inevitably come up against what it is to be a human being. So often I find these things get separated. We have like all of our sense of self and our mental faculties and our identity, and then we've got this vessel that carries us through it all. And often it can get disconnected, where then, like that example that you shared, where like you're feeling all these things. Let's just say we then tried to understand it and talk about it. Like, you might not even have all of the cognitive faculties as to why and what you're even feeling.
No, it's just a big block. There is nothing. It's just you just want to run away.
Yeah, yeah. So like feeling safe in it, like in that example, it's a good example, and this is why I love this work, is here we are in this situation. On the outside, we're moving. It was sort of like a little bit like a martial arts type scenario, but there is a couple of other things happening. First, there is space to allow for those experiences. The second is co-regulation. So like in that situation, I had a role, with you to hold space in that. And so that my nervous system needs to be able to have had the capacity to hold you in that feeling.
Yeah.
And so then it's kind of like, okay, there is no problem here with this feeling that is coming up. It is happening through the body. I don't necessarily fully understand. It's this wave of emotion. And here we are creating space, allowing it to be felt, not even trying to do anything with it, just acknowledging that it's there, allowing it to be seen and heard. And over time, maybe you might have some sort of cognitive realizations and understandings of, oh my goodness, I've felt this way for such a long time. And this brought up all of those times that I felt helpless and powerless. And here we are creating this space for that to be seen, because that was a traumatic or overwhelming experience that at that time you didn't have those resources to process it.
No chance.
Yeah.
This resource came many years later to really comprehend it cognitively.